So we will do some more problems based on the operations on signal. So morning we have discussed the signals which are periodic and non-periodic, and basic operations still, because we need to do some more problems, otherwise it is very difficult which type of problems it will come. Okay, so we will do some more problems, and we'll try to move to the next concept. Okay, so take this one. So we need to do the operations on the signal. Okay, so the given signal is x of t. Okay, so this is your signal which is given 0, 1, 2, so 3 and 4. So now we need to find out what is y of t equal to x of, so 2t minus 3. Okay, so y1 of t and y2 of t, which is equal to, so x of, so t by 2. Okay, so y3 of t, which is given by, so x of 2t, and y4 of t, which is given by, so x of simply the 3 minus 4t. So now we can do this one. So what is the y1 of t, y2 of t, and y3 of t, and y4 of t? So now y1 of t, what are the operations involved here? So first operation is, it is shifting, which is involved, and then time scaling, right? So now we have to do all these things. So first one, you shift. So if you shift this one, so what you will get, x of t minus 3. So this is your x of t. First I need to do the shifting operation, which is t minus 3. So where this 0 will go, it will shift to the value 3. Okay, it will start from 3. Okay, so then 4, 5, so 6, 7. Okay, so 4 values involved in the signal. Okay, so now this is your x of t minus 3. Okay, so now we have to do scaling. So if you do scaling, what will happen? If it is x of at, it should be divided by all the t values by 2, is it not? So now if you do, so all, if you divide by 2, so then you will get the scaling factor. So this is nothing but x of, so 2t minus 3. So now where it will start? It will start from 1.5 and it will end it at 3.5, right? So you will get like, so this is 1.5. The signal will shrink. Okay, so compared to the original signal, the signal will shrink, which is 3.5, so 7 by 2. Okay, so now it is in between. We have 2, 2.5, and then 3, like that. So this is your x of 2t minus 3, which is nothing but y1 of t. Understood? Hello, understood? Any doubt?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you do t by 2.
Sorry, 8.
Yeah, it will go from 0 to
0
8.
to
Yeah, so it will go from 0 to 8. Okay, so amplitude value, it will remain same, whatever it is given, 1 or a, whatever it is. Okay, because we are not doing anywhere the amplitude scaling here, only it is operations involved in the independent variable. So it will start from 0 and it will end it at 8. Okay, so in between the values are there. So now this one, so this we have already done, but without shifting it will happen, is it not? So it will be very shrinked version. Okay, so it is 0 1 2, but in between there will be a values 1 by 2 3 by 2 like that. This is your y3 of t, which is nothing but x of 2t. Okay, and this one y2 of t, which is equal to t by 2. So now we do this one. So this we can rewrite it as, yeah,
The screen is freezing, sir.
screen is, it's not properly visible.
Yes, sir.
Whatever.
Please like this, sir.
I'll check 1 minute. Now is it visible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now it is
Yes,
visible.
sir.
Yeah, okay.
Sir.
So now, so this one you can rewrite it as x of minus 4t plus 3, is it not? So now what are all the operations? First one is shifting, next one is scaling, and also it is having reflection, right?
Okay.
So all the three operations it is involved here. So now we can do this one. Try to do first shifting t plus 3. So from where it will start? So since it is having t plus 3, it will
3.
start, yeah, it will start from minus 3 and it will end at plus 1. Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0 and 1. Now this is your t plus 3, x of t plus 3. So now what is the scaling we need to do? It is divided by 4. So this you have to divide it by 4. So what you will get? You will get x of 4t plus 3. So now this is minus 3 by 4. How much? Minus 0.75. It is minus 0.5, and this one is minus 0.25, and this is 0, and this is plus 0.25. So the signal will going to shrink. Okay. So this is the 4t plus 3. So now we have to reflect this one. That is your final signal. So now if you reflect, what it will happen? So it is not reflection to the number, whatever the time scaling factor. It can be rewritten as like this: 4 into minus t plus 3. So minus t plus 3 like this. Okay, so it is a reflection to the independent variable t. So should not like minus 4 divided by minus 4, you should not do. Okay, it is a scaling factor just divided by 4, and you have to apply the reflection for independent variable. Don't confuse. Okay, is it understood whatever I said? Okay, is it fine? So now you can do the reflection. So if you do reflection, so this will go like this. It will be minus 0.25 and this will be 0.75. So in between values are there. Understood? Any doubt? So now have you understood this one? Any doubt? Varun, Raghavendra, Bhavana. Hello.
ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ವರೆಗೂ ತಗೊಂತಿರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
What? Yeah, come again.
ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0.5 ವರೆಗೂ ಬರೀತೀವಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, 0.25 ವರೆಗೂ. ವೈ ಸರ್ ಅದು?
Because 1/4, no, we are dividing the index value 1.
ಸರ್ ಬಟ್ -3 ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್ ಇರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ?
So here -3, it is
+3 ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್ ಇರೋದು?
Yeah, t plus 3 means you have to go negative side.
Yes sir.
The shifting happens in the negatives, right?
From -3, -2, -1, 0 ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
-3, -2, -1, 0. So is it the signal which is having here from 0 to, so is it 4 or 3? 4, no?
0, 1, 2, 6, sir.
Yeah, so then if you shift by 3 it will come to 1, right? This is your x of t. Just look at the x of t, you will get it. Is it fine? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the operations which I told, is it understood? Any doubt? Hello? Anybody has any doubt? Clear? We'll go to next one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now take this one, so which is discrete time sampling, and it is given by okay, just take the problem. Yeah. So this is the x of n which is given. Okay. So 0 it is having the value 1, and 1 it is having value 2, 3 it is having a 2, it is 3, and it is 4 at 3, so like that, 5 at 4. Okay, so these are the amplitude values and this is the index value n. Okay, so now we need to find out what is y1 of n, which is equal to 1 minus 3n, that is x of 1 minus 3n, y2 of n which is equal to x of n plus 4, and y3 of n which is equal to x of 2n. So find out these things. So now remember, so the fraction values does not exist for index n, only the integer values. Okay, so try to find out. Have you done? Got it? So now first we will do this one, y3 of n. So just you have to divide it this x of n by 2. So which are all the values exist? So if you divide by 2,
2 and 4.
Yeah, so it will be integer, purely integer only at 2 and 4, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, so that will be only the sample value exists, which is y3 of n, which is equal to, so this you can get only at, so 0 also you will get, because 0 by 4, 0 by 2 it will give 0 only integer, and at 2, so that will if you divide 2 by 2 it will give the integer value 1.
1.
So, but the amplitude you have to represent it as
3.
3. Yeah, so now at 4 it will be
2.
index value 2, but the amplitude value you have to represent it as
5.
5. Yeah, so this is what y3 of n. Now similarly y2 of n, so shift it by the value 4, is it not?
Direct.
Yeah,
Yes,
it is not a difficult one. So if you just shift it by 4, so then the amplitude value 5, it will become to 0, and
-1, -2.
minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and minus 4, you will get it. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, and this is 5.
The screen is freezer, sir.
Freezed,
Yes, sir.
okay. Now it is visible now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now this is y2 of n, which is given by x of n plus 4. Okay, so now, so this one you do now. Now what we can write this one, y1 of n, which is equal to x of minus 3n plus 1. Can I write like this? So now how much shifting it is happening, and scaling, again reflection, all the three things are there. So now carefully do, first shift the signal by value 1 to the left.
1.
Yeah, so now if we shift that one, you will get x of n plus 1, that is, so at minus 1 you will be having 1, and at 0 you will be having 2, and at 1 you will be having 3, 2 you will be having 4, and 3 you will be having 5. Okay, so this is your n plus 1. So now divide by 3. So if you divide by 3, what are all the values exist? Only at 0 and 3 by 3, which is at 3. So now if you represent that one, you will get x of 3n plus 1 as, so only at 0 and 1, because 3 by 3 will get 1, so that 1 you will be having the amplitude 5, and at 0 it will be having amplitude 2. Understood how I have written? So this, because this is a fraction 0.33, and this is also 0.33, and this is 0.66, so this will going to discard. So only at 0 and 3 by 3, which is at 1, you will be having amplitude 2 and 5. So now if you do the reflection, what will happen for this? You will get the y1 of n, which is equal to x of 1 minus 3n, whatever it is given. So now if you reflect this one, you will get at, at minus 1 you will get the value, amplitude value 5, and at 0 you will be having the amplitude value 2. So now have you got it? Have you got it? Any doubt again? Hello, any doubt? We'll move to the next problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now again whatever we did, one more problem based on the expression. So once it is given the signal, you have to express the x of t in terms of g of t, whatever we did. So similar kind of problem, so you can take that and you can try to do it. So this is one of the exercise problem even in your textbook also, so that's why I am doing this one. So it is like this. Okay, so this is the amplitude value 3 to 1, and here it is -1, -2, -3, +1, +2 and +3. So now the g of t is given like this: -1 to +1, the amplitude value 1, and this is your g of t, and this is your x of t. So now express x of t in terms of g of t. So now how can we do this one? So you can see, so in order to expand this signal till the value of 3, what operations can be done? See, I want to get this first, this one. So just if you observe, first if I want to get this one, this base one, what I need to do? I need to expand this g of t, right? Okay, so how to expand the g of t for a particular value of the index? So now if I just do t by 3, okay, so what is g of t by 3? Multiply this one by 3, right? Is it not? So now if I do that g of t by 3, what I will get? I will get this base value, that is -3 to +3. Is it not? Are you getting what I am telling?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so first we need to do the whatever scaling, that is t by 2, sorry, this is t by 3, or because we need to get at 3. Okay, so now after this I need to get this one. So but I need to add to this one, okay, the base value whatever g of t by 3 is there, I need to add upon that this one. So now what is the scaling factor here inward? So I want to get the expansion till -2. What I will do? First I will do the expansion by using the scaling method, that is g of t by 2. If I do, it will expand from -2 to +2, right? Is it not? So now, but the amplitude value is 1, but here the amplitude value is 2. So what I need to do? I need to do
Add.
amplitude scaling, so that I will get amplitude 2. Is it clear what I am doing? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So now similarly I want to do this one, that is it is from -1 to 1, the amplitude is 3. So now simply if I take g of t and scale it by 3, that is amplitude scaling, what I will get? I will get, that is -1 to +1, I will get it as the amplitude scaling, that is 3 into g of t. Okay. But here one thing you note, because if you add this and this, here it is the amplitude value 1, right? So 1 plus 2 if I add, it will go to 3, and again 3 plus 3 will go to 6. So that's why, so only we need to get 3 from -1 to +1. So that's why this amplitude scaling is not required, and even we can add the whatever which is having the just a scaling. Okay, So just if you add g of t, and here it is the g of t by 2 with the amplitude value 1 itself, so you will going to get the answer. So now just if I add this all these things, you can just see if I one by one if I put, okay. So now if I put 1 by 1 minus 1 to plus 1, this is your g of t, and if I put this one from minus 2 to plus 2, g of t by 2, okay, plus 2. And similarly if you add minus 3 to plus 3, g of t by 3. Now all the amplitudes are 1 here, okay. So now we can compare this, okay. So from minus 3 to plus 3, so this is 0 and this is 0, and here also it is from minus 3 to 0, and here it is plus 3 to 0. So now we can see here, so from minus 3 to minus 2, what is the values here? This is 0 and this is 0. It will be having amplitude value 1, is it not? So my minus 3 to minus 2. But see here minus 2, what will happen? So this is having amplitude value 1 and this is again having the amplitude value 1. So now 1 plus 1, it will become 2 from minus 2 till the what value? So till the value of 1, because again the one more signal will add at minus 1, okay. So till the value of minus 1. So now minus 1, what will happen? So 1 plus 1 plus 1, it will give 3, and here it is the amplitude value, it is 2, okay. So this is amplitude value 3 and this is 2 and this is 1. So now similarly at the negative side, so this is 1 plus 1 plus 1, the 3 it will be having maintained till the value of 2, okay. So this is plus 1 and this is plus 2. So now you can see here, so between 1 to 2 this is 0, but this is the amplitude value 1 and here it is amplitude value 1, you will get the value 2. So now similarly like this it will come. Is it understood or any doubt? So now if I just add all these things, you will get your x of t, which is given by g of t by 3 plus g of t by 2 plus g of t. Is it clear? Any doubt? Hello? Hello, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, and coming to the some of the important relations which we need to take for finding out the energy and power signals, because those formulas are important, so that we will going to see what are all the important formulas in finding out the whether the energy finding out the energy of the signal and power signal. So that formulas will be used to find out energy or power signal. So that we have already one of the formula we have seen, but these are the important formula, we just note it down. So now if we have the first one, if we have the summation, so this is for again the discrete time signals which will apply this summation. So n equal to 0 to so n minus 1. So if we have summation like this, and if the value it is alpha power n, then we can write this one as 1 minus alpha power n divided by 1 minus alpha. This is actually proven formulas, so there is no proof, even we can have the proof, but that is not in your syllabus. Just you have to remember the equations and you have to apply this equation to find out the energy or power. So this is one of the formula where alpha is not equal to 1. So whatever the value of alpha you will get, or you will get in the summation, if it is not equal to 1, you can use this formula. If alpha equal to 1, then value of this summation will go to n. Okay. So this is one formula. Okay, we have to apply while doing that one. So the second one is, so if you have a summation which is n equal to 0 to infinity alpha power n, and this will be equal to 1 over 1 minus alpha if alpha is less than 1, that is alpha magnitude of alpha which is less than 1. So now similarly, if you have the summation which is n equal to k to infinity alpha power n, so this we can write it as alpha power k divided by 1 minus alpha, where alpha is less than 1. So and one more final equation. So these are all even important in finding out in the future units or future concepts like Fourier representations, Z transforms, and also even convolution. So all these concepts also, these formulas are very important. Okay. And the fourth one is n equal to 0 to so infinity n into alpha power n, so which we can write it as alpha by 1 minus alpha whole square. Okay, so the where alpha is less than 1. So these are all the important formulas you have to note down. All of you note down. So this is very important formulas. So one such problem we have already done. Okay, so just if you recall, if x of n which is given by 0.5 power n into u of n. So now we have to find out whether it is an energy or power signal. So this is similar like, so it is 0 to infinity. So this you can write in terms of energy. So energy equation we know n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of n whole square, right? So now if you substitute x of n here, we will get, so since it is a u of n unit step, it is varying from n equal to 0 to infinity. So now x of n whole square means 0.5 power n whole square. Okay, so this we can rewrite it as n equal to 0 to infinity 0.5 square whole power n. Okay. So now we can write this one as n equal to 0 to infinity. So 0.5 square is 0.25 whole power n. So now you can see here, if you compare this equation with this equation. Okay, so this equation if you compare here, what you will get energy. So since alpha is less than 1, okay, so it is varying from n to 0 to infinity and alpha power n. So now alpha value is 0.25 here. Now we can write this one as 1 over 1 minus alpha. So that is what we have done, 1 over 1 minus 0.25, and it is 1 over 0.75. So this is less than infinity, so that we can say the signal is energy signal. Okay, so like this kind of problems where the summation exists, then you can able to find it out easily. Okay, so is it understood? So this is very important formulas, even we can use in future this thing also, in future concepts also. So try to note down these formulas. So now this is about the basic operation and classification, and also in the classification we have seen even and odd component, and periodic and non-periodic. energy and power signals, deterministic and random signals, and also we have seen some of the basic operations on the signals, and also some of the other signals which we have seen, special signals like exponential signals, sinusoidal signals, and also unit step signal, ramp signal, and also so the delta function, that is impulse function. So till now we have done this much. Okay, so in the next class we will move to the next concept, which is how the system can be interconnected by these whatever the units which we specify using some signals whatever we discussed till now, and using the basic operations how can we able to connect the systems in a different blocks using a shifting operation, either it is positive or negative. So based on that how can we able to connect the system, so and how to form the equations, or if the equation is given how to build the system or how to express the system in terms of input and as well as output. So that we'll call it as system can be viewed as a interconnection operations. Whatever the operations which we performed here now, we will use that operations and we can build the systems equation and also systems diagrams, how we can able to build. Okay, so that we will see in the next class. So is it understood? Any doubt till now in any problem? Halima, Banu, understood? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Raghavendra, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, okay, then we'll stop here and we'll
Sir,
continue.
notes.
Yeah,
Sir, notes.
notes I will see. So whatever the problems which I solved and I have kept it in sheets, possible I will write it and I will give it to you.
Sir, thank you, sir.
And also I will send the videos, if you possible you can see that also whenever you get out. Okay.